Hello, everybody. This is Liberty Music Ray doing a long form review today of Where Winds Meet. Um, this is actually a pretty cool game. I'm I don't want to make this video too long today. I'm just gonna run over like some basics of the game and then give you guys a general score, and then I will go into detail after that. So that way, if you just want the TLDR, you can get the score up front. Um, I've been playing through this game. Just downloaded it recently, and I gave it some time to breathe. I didn't want to do like an immediate review because, um, as with all kinds of these games, right? Like these games, uh, like these Chinese style games, where it's kind of like an MMO baked into like a single player game. Um, the one thing that they all kind of have in common is like they take like a couple months to really like iron out the bugs and get the game running properly, and to where it's more optimized. uh oh uh this part right here with the frog, leaping toad, this ability that I'm unlocking. uh if you're paying attention to this guy right here, that's teaching the skill, um this is the same guy. He's from the movie Kung Fu Hustle. If you've ever seen that movie, he's the main bad guy that's in the jail cell. Nice little Easter egg right there. And then another Easter egg is right here. There's this bell, and when you knock enough of these bells, you start to learn the ability Lion's Roar, which is also an Easter egg for that Kung Fu Hustle movie. So, uh, anyways, but off that tangent, back onto the game. So, with these games, like I said, it usually takes like a couple months to really just iron out the bugs and get everything working correctly, and just having a more enjoyable experience, right? I don't like speed rushing these games and then like pumping out reviews like immediately after they come out. I've done that before, and then it always feels kind of unfair later on when I'm playing the game, and I'm like, oh well, they changed it up. It's a little bit more enjoyable now, or whatever, and I feel bad because they gave it a bad score, right? But so, anyways, with this game, like I said, I mean, it's kind of like if I had to give this game a genre, I would say the closest thing to it would be like, imagine playing Tomb Raider, like a game that's, it's got some action elements, some puzzle elements, things like that, and then imagine like kind of tying a shell to it, which is like an MMO style shell. So the game's always online. You can matchmake with other players, get into boss fights, that sort of stuff, right? Um, Nothing bad. I mean, like I don't really care for the always online thing. That is like a little bit of a negative to me because I mean, it really is just a single player game. Like I don't really see a reason why like it needs to be always online. Matter of fact, like all the bosses I've fought single player. Like I'm solo. Like I'm not trying to group up with people to play the base game. Maybe like later on, once I've unlocked more of the game or whatever, I'll give that a shot. But anyways, when it comes down to it, like right now, what you're seeing is there's this quest and this is like one of those type of quests that you just stumble upon. Like it's not this isn't like the main story quest. This is like this kid's like, hey, my ball fell down, blah blah blah. So then you go down the hole looking for the ball, and then you end up getting wrapped up in this whole side quest business. Which, hey, good. It's fun. And it's refreshing too, right? Like it's better than some of the slop that's being pushed at us recently by like a lot of these American game companies, where these are the same companies that like, you know, they'll charge you $70 for the base game, charge you another $20 for deluxe edition, charge you for DLC that they cut out of the game before they published it, and then they'll come back around and charge you $10 for it, and then they'll charge you another $20 for it for the deluxe version, which comes with like a, you know, horse armor skin or some stupid shit that nobody cares about, right? And that's kind of how these games are, right? Like American games, like anything that's made American, that's this style of game is just, it's typically trash, right? It's just there to be monetized, like even to like a predatory degree, right? It's got loot boxes shoved into it, you know, all kinds of crap, right? Uh, it's kind of like that to a degree, but it's not terrible. I would say, and just to give you like a general idea, right? Like if you open up the shop in this game, uh, most of everything that's in there is just cosmetic, right? I haven't seen any point in the game where it's like asked me, like it stopped me point blank, and it's like, hey, buy this little expansion thing or whatever. Like it hasn't forced me into a purchase, right? Um, you know, but overall for a game that's free, like in this sort of a genre, honestly, I would kind of give this game like an like 8.5, 9 out of 10, somewhere in there. It's not perfect, but it's a good game. You know, there's still little like some little small spots in the game that like you'll see when you play, and you're like, oh, that could have been polished or whatever. But you know, I'm not here to be like super nitpicky about it either. Like this is a good game. It's not like you're paying a ton of money to waste your time or whatever. Like this is completely optional, right? Like if you want to hop in and play this game, like you could just hop in and play the game. You don't have to pay anything, right? Um, you know, now if this was like a $70 game and we were still talking about this game, like the score would be different, right? But for a free to play game, it's pretty good, right? Uh, a game that's like in the same similar vein that I would say plays similar to this one, right? Would be Once Human. So if you like Once Human, you'll probably like this game. There's a lot of customization in this game, a lot of, you know, different things, you know, fight scenes, cut scenes. You know, they really went all out, and not only that, but it's very respectful of your time, right? Like at any point in the game, you can just hit the escape button and just hop out, right? You don't have to do anything crazy. You don't have to sit there through like 8 hours of dialogue. Like I don't know. In Wuthering Waves, I don't know. Like that's how I felt when I was playing Wuthering Waves. It's like you get to play 20 seconds of gameplay, and then after that 20 seconds of gameplay, it's like 8 hours of cutscene and dialogue, and it's all like you can skip it, but typically like that dialogue, they don't leave you with any like uh, sort of like pointer afterwards that says like, hey, go here, do this. So if you skip the dialogue, you kind of screw yourself, and then you're back to point A, because it's like, well, now I got to go listen to all the BS again, so that way I can understand the story and know where I'm going or whatever, right? And it's always like some long obscure story that nobody gives a crap about. I didn't give a crap about it. I was just trying to get through it. Like I was just like, hey, like it's cool. Like the premise of the game is cool, but like again, I don't want to spend 8 hours watching cutscenes. You know, I didn't download a movie. I downloaded a video game. Right? That's how I feel about it. Even if it's a story video game, like oh well, you know, sucks to suck. Like if you don't listen, I mean, this everybody's, you know, entitled to their own opinion on this stuff. This is just my opinion. Uh, so you know, take that for what you will, right? Like I mean, when it comes to Wuthering Waves, like I get it, right? Like I've played story games, and that game is a bit over the top, right? Like story wise, it's just too much, it's too involved, right? You have to be like too locked in to it as well. With this game, none of that, right? Like this game, it's like you just kind of do whatever the hell you want to do, and then you know, and then you just there's that, and then there's the main story, and that's it, right? Um, so, but anyways, I mean, like I said, this is a really good game. I give it like an 8.5, 9 out of 10. The quests are kind of fun. There's a lot of lore. There's a lot of history. There's a lot of, you know, just content in general, and it's optional content. Like you don't have to do every little piece of it, right? And then there's also the MMO aspect where you can team up with other people and fight bosses and that sort of stuff. And you know that content's fun too, right? So overall, like I said, it's a great game. If you have a chance to give it a play, I would give it a play. And again, like I said, it's a free game, so maybe hold off until like um, you have some downtime. Like if you're right now, if you're like in Pal World or whatever, or you know you're just really enjoying your game, or you know like from here, I'm probably going to move on to Metal Gear Delta. I haven't played it yet, and I want to play that and make some content with that as well. So, um, but yeah, like I said, so if you just have some free time and you want to play a game or whatever, you know that's free and you're not going to spend a lot of money on it. Where Winds Meet, that's a good game. It's a good game to play. I would suggest it. I'd recommend it. Um, in terms of like what I see with this game, I man, I mean, talk about China just whipping it out and smacking, you know, American development teams across the face with it, right? Because this game, the way that it's designed, the fact that you can basically play through this entire game, um, and really what you're getting out of it is if you enjoy the content, they want you to come back and like purchase cosmetics and stuff and like invest in your character and you know that sort of stuff, right? Now, I think we all know if this game was made here in America, right? Like I said, it would be like a $70 game. You'd have to pay another $20 for the deluxe edition. You'd have to buy the season pass. You'd have to, you know, they'd probably cut like 6 whole chapters out of the game, monetize all that. You know, by the time it's all done and said, you spent like $300 plus you spent another $700 on a console to play it or whatever, right? Like, and that's the thing. It's this game is not like that at all. So, you know, I think if China's going to keep making games like this, it's going to be really rough for American developers to meet this level of quality and maintain it, and then not be overly greedy. Like, I know this has been pointed out by some other channels. You know, Asmongold and this is another channel that I follow that has mentioned this before, where these game companies are getting like giant Hollywood blockbuster, uh, you know, checks written to them to make these games or whatever. You know, where it's like $200 million to make a game. You know, and you know, this game was made on like a fraction of that, right? So now, like, if I was a bank, right, like, and somebody came to me and was like, "Oh, you're making a video game. Okay, well, I just saw Where Winds Meet made, you know, this game for like $10 million, $20 million. Um, why do you need almost 10 times that? You know what I mean? And what are you making that's worth 10 times that? You know what I mean? Um, you know, this is a big kick in the nuts to the gaming industry, and you know, fair warning to developers. I mean, if you don't knock it off with overly monetizing things and start making quality content, uh like your time in the industry is over. uh this game is really well made, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I mean, if you don't, you know, get your shit together and start making quality content and start making good games, you know, for the industry, nobody's going to want to pay to play slop anymore. Like, you're not going to be able to get away with it anymore. Like, your slop games, like, that's going to sink your company. Like, if you guys decide to put another Concord out, it's over. Your company's done. Nobody's gonna to invest in that anymore. All right. So yeah, I mean, it's time to, like I said, get your shit together, start making good games, because compared to this game, your game is, you know, dog slop. And that's not good if you're trying to make money. So, and I can see why this game is so popular and why it's doing so well. I mean, in terms of like across the Asian countries, like I see a lot of Japanese players, Korean players, Chinese players. There's people from all over the world playing this game. This isn't like an American focused game, and even then, it's still doing well here in America, right? Like I said, if you have downtime, it's a great game to play, and you should play it. Even if it is like, even if you are 100% anti-China, whatever, you should play this game because you should be aware of what China is doing and uh, the quality of the content that they're making and how much harder, if you want to be able to compete, you're going to need to know where the competition's at. And right now, this is where the competition is at. So, anyways, I'm going to leave the video here. And I hope you all have a great rest of the week. And hopefully, we'll see you in the next one. All right. Take it easy.
How do you